I created a poster that I based around the poster that was used for the Gift movie. I tried to follow similar conventions and ideas in order to make the audience feel more familiar with the film poster. The Gift movie has 3 separate posters to show each of the main characters. However, I decided to just use the one poster and show all 3 characters on this. The facial expressions of the characters help to create tension for the plot of the film. The protagonist's face has a worried look in both of the posters, which helps to make the audience feel for the protagonist. On the poster that I created, the protagonist is looking down at her phone, which gives a direct reference to the title of the film and attracts the audience to it. To portray the antagonist, a direct mode of address is used, which creates eye contact with the audience. This puts the audience on edge and attracts the audience to the poster, making them want to watch the film. I followed this convention and made both of my potential antagonists use a direct mode of address so that my target audience is attracted to the poster and is encouraged to watch the film. The title for the film is in the biggest font on the poster to draw attention to it, as it has more importance than the names of actors or the release date of the film. For this reason, a different font is used to bring more attention and interest towards it. The tagline for the film uses a slightly smaller font to not take the attention away from the title, but also to give some attention to it, as it helps to build tension towards the film, as it gives a little clue as to what the film is about. I decided to follow the convention of using a colour scheme for the fonts and decided to stick to this throughout my website and trailer as well, in order to create a house style and consistency throughout the texts. On my poster, all of the text follows the grey or white colour scheme to fit in with the theme of mobile phones, as the text on the home screen of an iPhone is silver. On the analysed poster, medium close-up shots of the male protagonist is used and a medium close-up shot of the antagonist is used. However, a long shot is used for the female protagonist. On my film poster, I decided to use all medium close-up shots for all of the characters. This is so that the audience could get to know the characters a bit more and be able to read into them a little bit. I decided not to use a long shot because I didn't need all of the body language to be read to induce fear for the character. I also wanted to show that all 3 of the characters had an equally important role, and so used the same shot types. A convention of horror film posters is to have the names of the biggest actors in the film on the poster. This helps to attract the audience to want to watch the film purely because of who's in it, if they have a good history with films, which helps to give the film more popularity because of the actors in it. I decided to follow this convention by putting the 3 names of the actors on my poster to attract the audience. It's in a slightly large font, it's in a bigger font than the tagline, but it follows the same colour scheme as the rest of the poster. Unlike the analysed poster, I decided to follow the typical convention of putting the credits in the smallest font at the bottom of the page, as it is the least important, but I decided to incorporate the credits into my poster to give recognition to everyone that took a part in the making of the film. I decided to use social media icons on the poster as it helps to search the film up. It also creates audience interaction, which furthers their interest, as social media is quite an important thing in society at the moment. I included the web address in a small font alongside the social media icons to create a direct link between my texts. Similarly to the analysed poster, I decided to use the release date for the film. In both posters, it is placed below the title in a slightly smaller font. It is centered to give it some attention so that the audience is aware of when the film is available to view. On my poster, all of the text is towards the bottom of the poster. This is to not take all the attention away from the image. I put the text towards the bottom so that this attention isn't taken away from. However, in the analysed poster, not all of the text is towards the bottom of the page. There are quotes centred over the image, but I decided not to incorporate quotes, so I didn't need to put anything over the centre of my image. I used the convention of having the image centred and taking out the most amount of space on the poster because of its direct link towards the trailer, as it is visual and introduces the characters and their roles and gives an air of mystery and surprise. It also helps to build tension and suspense for the audience, which would encourage them to want to watch the film.
The website I created is based around the website that I analysed for the gift movie. I based my website on this website by following some of the conventions and ideas used on it. I used a basic layout with square buttons and a black background. Unlike the analysed website, I use sound on my website, which is the typical convention of film websites to try and appeal to the audience. I decided to use sound on my website to attract the audience and make them want to buy the film. I decided to incorporate a play and pause button so that the audience can choose to play the music as they so wish to. The music starts as soon as the website is entered to give a feel for the film straight away. I use music from the trailer so that it all ties up and flows and the audience can tell that it is linked to advertise the same product. This is effective as it helps to build anticipation for the film and it helps to give a feel for the film as well, helping to advertise it. I mainly used whites, greys and blacks for the colours on the home page. This stays consistent throughout all of the text. And the whites and greys match the theme of the film, as fonts on an iPhone home screen is silver, so I wanted to tie this all in together. I used blacks for the dark and mystery of the film and to help build anticipation, as black has connotations of fear and horror. I use these colours for the same reason as the analysed website does, to match the theme of the film. The analysed website uses blues, reds, golds to match the theme of gifts for the movie. I use this convention for a more professional look and to make the website look more legitimate and seem more real to the audience. The links used on the menu bar and the buttons on the home page are similar to that of the analysed website to suit the target audience, as it is more comfortable and familiar to them, as well as being easy and simple to use. By using these links in this way, I knew that the audience would be familiar with the convention and so would fulfil their need as a target audience for the product. The animations fit the film as everything slides across upon entry to the website, following the slide to die tagline. This is similar to the analysed website. When the mouse is hovered over a link, the colour changes to make it clear what option is being chosen. This gives a more professional look as well as tying the film together. The image used is the same as the image that's used on the poster, which is a convention that was also used on the analysed film website and poster. This is for familiarity to the audience. The image is the biggest thing on the page and so is the main advertisement source. It's a direct and visual link to the film, and it shows the main characters, which tend to also be the biggest actors, which also acts as an advertisement technique to get the audience to want to watch the film. I decided to use this convention as it is the most direct link to the film from the homepage as to what is being advertised, and it gives more of a clue as to what the film is about for the audience. I decided to include a review of the film, which is also a convention used by my Analyze website, just done it in a slightly different way. I've only included one review, whereas the Analyze website flashes up multiple reviews. By including the reviews, this gives a good impression of the film to persuade the audience to buy it. I've used this in a familiar way to the Analyze website to follow conventions and to make my website look more professional. I also presented my social media links in a similar way to the Analyze website by using links in the top right corner, and there is also an option to view these on a page on the website as well from the menu bar. I decided to include the social media links and follow this convention as it is quite an important part of society now and quite a good way to advertise films and to help the audience to find out if the film is for them. I decided to challenge the convention of not showing a tagline on the Analyze website. I decided to show a tagline on mine because it is a typical convention of other horror films, which is not necessarily the website that I had analysed. It creates a consistency through the advertising for the film, as the tagline is shown throughout the other texts as well. It makes the film more memorable with a catchy tagline, effective as it helps to advertise by building suspense and tension for the film. It also gives a bit of a clue as to what the film is about, which again helps to build suspense and tension. The typical convention of most horror film websites is the credits, which are normally shown in the smallest font below the title. This is presented in a different way to the Analyzed homepage, where the credits roll up from a link on a smaller menu. I presented the credits typically for the film website and used a smaller font so that it doesn't take the attention away from the rest of the website, but it still gives recognition to everyone involved in the film. The menu bar on the left side of the homepage doesn't slide in when a menu button is clicked on, like the Analyzed homepage does. But however, it is animated to show the choice that the audience wants to click on to make it clear and easier to use. I use similar options to the Analyzed homepage for a more comfortable tone for the audience. I made sure that the menu bar was easily accessible and that it was also easy to use to navigate throughout the website. The title is shown towards the bottom of the page and in the biggest font. This is the same as the website for the gift trailer. The title is also in the biggest font towards the bottom of the page. Both websites also use a different font style to the rest of the homepage for the title. This is to attract more attention to it for the audience. I used a larger font and the same font style as for the poster and the trailer to create a house style and consistency throughout the texts. The font style matches the theme of the film, which is also for the analysed website too.
Hello?
You can't speak to that eating kid again.
What?
Because I just don't trust him.